So this video is going to be about Jeremy and the financial education channel on YouTube. Jeremy is the founder of this channel. He's the only one that is on it. It's pretty much just his channel as far as I can tell. Um, and he claims to give financial advice, but from what I can tell, the advice that he gives is really, really bad. And anybody who listens to it could put their financial stability in serious jeopardy. The decisions he makes, the advice he gives, it's pretty much all bad. And you'll see what I mean by bad when you watch this video. It's pretty much all about how he put his entire portfolio in GoPro, which is an extremely risky tech stock that doesn't offer a dividend, and he offers very ridiculous reasons for why he thinks it's such a great investment. There's only two, and you'll see what those are. So I hope this is informative and it kind of exposes Jeremy for his lack of knowledge about investing and saves some people some money.
Good day, subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Jeremy. This is the Financial Education Channel, and today I was thinking about not even doing this video, to be honest with you guys. All in on Go Broke.
So he said he went all in, but that couldn't mean he put all of his money in GoPro, right? Well, let's find out.
I don't have another penny in my portfolio. It's all in Go Broke.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
Well, I guess he really did it. And to be honest, that's the reason I'm making this video, because Jeremy has a channel that's called Financial Education. You would think with a channel called Financial Education, you might learn some useful skills in finance and investing, but no. Jeremy's advice is terrible. Anybody who watches his videos regularly should take everything he says with a grain of salt. The fact that he put all of his money in GoPro, a stock that doesn't even pay a dividend, just shows that he has no idea what he's doing when it comes to investing. Just to give you an idea of how terrible an investment GoPro is, this is the chart from its IPO. And you can see after its IPO, it kind of went down, and then it went way, way up to like $90 a share. And since then, it was kind of volatile, but still went down a lot, and then all of a sudden it just went completely down, all the way to where it is now at $8 a share. Jeremy bought his GoPro, or his video about how he bought all of it was on December 8th, where the price was about $9. So since he's bought it, it's gone down $1 a share, and it doesn't pay a dividend. I don't know why he never talks about this. He's completely betting on the price of the stock to go up, which is really, really risky. And does this look like a stock that you would want to own? I mean, Jesus, it's just like keeps going down. It's going to be a penny stock before long. So I just wanted you to see this so you could get an idea of how terrible an investment it is.
You know, you ever seen the World Series of Poker where the guy, like, he's got so confident in his hand that he pushes all his chips up there and he just goes all in? That is where I'm at right now.
Okay, well, at least he admits that he's gambling.
And I was thinking about not even doing this video because I didn't want you guys to follow me. I'm really scared. Here's what I'm really scared about.
I would be really scared too if I had put my entire portfolio in one stock that doesn't even pay a dividend. I wonder what Jeremy's scared about. It's gotta be the fact that he's made a really risky investment.
That I'm going to look like a genius on this thing and say Go Broke's at $30 in a year or $35 or whatever price.
Oh no, he's not scared about the fact that he put all his portfolio into one stock. He's scared he's gonna look like a genius. I mean, how conceited can you possibly get? So Jeremy speculated that GoPro could be at $30 a year, and that would make him look genius. So it's been about 8 months since he bought his GoPro, and this is today's price on July 20th. It's at $8 a share. Now, assuming that he bought it at $9 a share, which is what it was about 8 months ago, his portfolio should be down somewhere around 11%, and he's not even getting a dividend.
I'm afraid that if you guys see this, and you see I went all in, that you're going to think it's okay to go all in on stocks. And I would never recommend anyone to do what I have done here, guys.
Then why are you doing it? You even know that this is stupid, so why are you doing it? At least he says that nobody else can do it, so hopefully too many people didn't follow his advice, but you know that a lot of his followers have seen this and also bought GoPro.
Go all in, put your entire portfolio in one company, the whole thing. It's just really, I'm just really scared about that. Now, let's talk about some things, why I even did this and all those kinds of things. And what's the worst that can happen here? GoBro could somehow go bankrupt or whatever, and I lose everything. That's the worst case scenario. Best case scenario is it goes up huge over the next couple of years, and I make out like a bandit. But there's some reasons why I decided to go all in and sell off every single share I have in every other company. I don't have any more Win. I don't have any more Apple. I don't have anything. I have every dime invested in GoBroke. I don't even have any more money to put in GoBroke if, say, it drops to $8 or something like that.
So look, what do you know? It's at $8 now. I wonder how he feels having an 11% down portfolio. I mean, I can't believe he sold his Apple shares, which is the biggest company in the world, for GoPro. All they make is cameras. I mean, yeah, they're pretty cool. I own a GoPro, but I wouldn't buy shares in their company. Just because they make a cool product doesn't mean they're a worthy investment. And he says, worst case scenario, I could lose all my money. That is like the opposite of the point of investing. Warren Buffett's number one rule in investing is don't lose money.
I'm looking at a stock right now at $9.20, and I'm just like, how is it here?
Well, I can tell you how it's here. If you would have looked at the chart of the lifetime of GoPro since it had its IPO, you would see that it's been constantly declining for like the past 2.5 years. It didn't just magically appear at $9, it has dropped dramatically.
And based upon the things that I see coming in the future, I'm like, this is the biggest no-brainer I've ever come across. And this is not the first time I've gone all in on a company where I put every dime I have in a company. This is not the first time, and it probably won't be the last unless I lose everything or something. Now, I'm also not putting any more new capital into Go Broke. So even if, say, it does go down to $8, not putting any more new capital in it. I'm all in. My entire portfolio is all in Go Broke, and that's the way it's going to stay for probably a while. Now, if you're wondering, I still will be doing the 3 stocks to buy video every single month.
Oh, good, I was worried. At least I can still get his recommendations of 3 stocks that he thinks everybody else should buy, but he's not actually buying because he already made a terrible decision.
It's just the only thing is for the coming months, I'm only going to own Go Broke. I'll still cover, the second stock I like the most, the third stock I like the most, all of those kinds of things. But I'm all in one stock, and it's probably going to stay that way for, I don't know, a year, 2 years, something like that. It's probably not going to change for a while, guys. But here's some things I'm looking at where I'm just like, this seems like such a no-brainer for me right now. So first off, as you guys know, I felt like demand is going to be super strong for Go Broke products in the Christmas quarter and throughout the entire year. Well, now I'm getting proof that not only was I thinking that, but I'm correct on that.
Jeremy, proof that not only were you thinking that, but you were correct on that? So you didn't even have proof before that you were thinking your own thoughts? Do you see how this makes absolutely no sense? Alright, well, let's see what the proof is that he thinks he has.
Reason being is management came out last week. They said Black Friday sales were up something like 35%. Insane. That's a insane percent. That's phenomenal. That's great proof in the pudding right there. Then I go on to Amazon bestsellers, and I see 3 different model GoPros in the top 30. We're looking at Hero 5 Black, number 27, the Hero Session Bundle, number 26, and the Hero Plus, number 21. 3 different price points, all in the top 30 best-selling electronics on Amazon during Christmas time.
So the extent of Jeremy's research begins with him thinking that GoPro is a good stock to buy. He then looks at their numbers for Black Friday and sees that they're up 35% over the last year. That isn't necessarily a bad thing, and neither is the fact that 3 of their products were on the top 30 best-selling electronics on Amazon. But these 2 things do not mean that GoPro is a great stock to buy. Just because they have a hot product now doesn't mean they will have a hot product in the future. And I think you would want a little bit more data before investing in a stock other than whether they had good Black Friday sales or whether their items are in the top 30 best selling on Amazon.
Guys, this is insane. The only other company to do this is Amazon themselves. Do you know how hard it is to get 3 products? Just get 1 product in the top 30. Just get 1 product in the top 100. That's like amazing. You have 3 products from GoPro here that are in the top 30.
I mean, he keeps beating this idea that GoPro has 3 products in the top 30 as if that was the holy grail of investing. That if a company has 3 top products on Amazon, then they will be a great investment. Well, Jeremy, just because they have 3 products in the top 30 now or then when you made the video does not mean that their products will be popular a month from now, a year from now, 5 years from now. The point of investing is earning a good return over the long term. And what you're doing is complete speculation.
During Christmas time, this is absolutely huge, guys.
I think the fact that it's during Christmas time makes it less huge. Q4 is the best time for any business that sells products because obviously people are buying gifts and different things during the holidays. The fact that this was during the holidays does not help his case. Maybe it would be a little bit better if it was like all year GoPro was the top selling electronic on Amazon, but it's not. This is during Christmas and he thinks it's like the biggest deal ever. And even if it wasn't during Christmas and GoPro was the top product for a whole year, that would not be enough information to make it a great investment like he suggests it is.
This is absolutely phenomenal. So I look at this and I say, what I thought is now starting to come true. But of course, no numbers have been announced or anything like that yet. So the rest of the investment community, they don't follow things the way I follow them, put it that way.
Oh, okay, Jeremy. So the rest of the investment community doesn't follow stocks the way you do. Let's put it that way. I think the other way that you would put that is that you are just better at picking stocks than anyone who ever existed. Do you really think that you're better than Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger? Do you think that the people who are professional investors don't look at stocks the way you do and that their ways are not as good as yours? I mean, as far as I can tell, all that you look at is Black Friday numbers and whether they have products on the top 30 on Amazon. Do you think Warren Buffett gives a shit if a product is in the top 30 on Amazon and sees that and then decides he's going to put billions of dollars into a company? No, he would never do that.
So I'm looking at this and I'm like, I got to do it. So I've been making this move for the last couple weeks. And like I said, guys, I was really thinking about not even telling you because my biggest worry is that GoBroke will actually go up substantially. You guys will have seen this video. You'll know I went all in on this. And then you'll think it's okay to go all in on a stock because you believe in it and you might get killed on it.
Jeremy, you're getting killed by GoPro right now. 11% is a terrible loss, and it's probably going to go down even more. And you're getting no dividends to make up for some of that loss. I honestly can't believe that you think your biggest fear is that you're going to hit the ball out of the park and GoPro is going to go up astronomically, and that's going to make your subscribers think it's okay to put all their money in one stock. What's really going to happen is they're going to see how you've lost a ton of money on GoPro, and they're going to learn exactly what not to do, which I guess is maybe a good thing, except for the people that are going to buy GoPro, but at least the people who don't will see what they shouldn't do and how terrible of a mistake you've made.
So it's like a double-edged sword. I can look like a genius on this, and then you guys might follow, and that could hurt you. Or I could look like an idiot and lose all my money and all those kinds of things. I just felt like I had to be honest with you guys. I felt like I had to be honest, and being honest is what this channel is all about.
So I heard that, and I was like, well, yeah, at least he's being honest. But is he really being honest? He hasn't showed us any of the numbers. He hasn't showed us how many shares he's bought, what his percent is as of that day. He said he's been buying it for weeks, so he ought to have a return already. Um, I don't think that he is being honest completely, and I don't think him claiming to be honest is any consolation at all. Nobody should listen to his advice, and he's really making a mistake.
And I pick honesty over, looking like an idiot and I'm fine if people come on here and say, dude, you're such an idiot. Why are you going to go all on, go broke, this and that? That's fine, guys. The haters will come on and say that, whatever.
Well, I guess I'm a hater then, but I don't really care because what I really care about is people watching this video and thinking that he actually knows what he's talking about and listening to his advice and then losing their hard-earned money. The worst thing you can do in investing is lose your money.
So $9.20 a stock is at right now. It's unbelievable. So I've
Is it really unbelievable, Jeremy? Today it's $8. Do you still think it's so unbelievable?
been buying shares straight up. I've been buying 2018 GoPro option contracts, call options. I've been buying them at $5 strikes, at $8 strikes, at $10 strikes, at $13 strikes. I bought a lot of $10 strikes around $2, meaning GoPro stock has to get back to $12 by January 2018 for me to break even. Break even. It has to be $12 a share at that time to even break even on those particular options.
So the news gets even worse for Jeremy. He bought options where the price has to get to $12. It will have to increase 33% from today for him to even break even. So for him to make 1% even, it has to go above $12. He's only got, what is it, 4 more months for the price to go up 33%, and it's gone down 11% in the past 8 months. What do you think's going to happen?
Now, let's say go broke's at $14 at that time. I then have double my money.
So at this part of the video, Jeremy really starts to sound like a gambler or someone who's gone to Vegas. He starts talking about doubling his money and doubling it again and again and again if the price just keeps going up. And you can tell by the look on his face that he's definitely letting his emotions control his investing actions because he's so excited about the money he could potentially make. But he doesn't ever think about how much money he could lose or how this might be a bad decision. He only keeps reaffirming his biases.
Because I'm going to be able to sell those option contracts for $4 a piece, and I bought them at $2. Let's say go broke's at, I don't know, $20 a share. You guys can see.
See, that's the look I was talking about when he thinks if GoPro is going to go up to $20 a share and he's just going to double his money over and over.
Double up, double up, double up, double up. So if Go Broke has a huge year, which I'm planning on them doing.
Well, now, Jeremy, in hindsight, we know that they're having a terrible year. So I'm going to make another video soon because he's made some updates and I'm going to respond to those.
Here, I'm a little crazy. I'm young. I'm 27, so I can afford to do stuff like this.
Jeremy, you cannot afford to put your entire portfolio in one non-dividend paying risky tech stock. I know from seeing a few of your videos that you have a wife and a kid. I mean, how could you do this to them and yourself?
And then I have a business. I have this channel. I have a lot of things coming in from a lot of ways. So I can afford to do this, but I don't recommend you guys even do it. Even if I do make out like a bandit on this, don't do it, guys. Don't go all in. Don't be crazy like I am.
Just because you have a lot of income coming in does not mean that you should be making extremely risky investments. And if you do have a lot of income and you enjoy making extremely risky investments, you shouldn't have a YouTube channel called Financial Education claiming to give out financial advice. I mean, a lot of people don't have a big income every month or year. And if they follow your advice, it could really fuck them over in the long term. So now that I've completely torn Jeremy a new asshole, I'm sure people are probably thinking, well, what would you do? If his advice is so bad, then you must have an idea of what to do. And I do, and it's very simple. It's just buy index funds that track an index like the S&P 500. That is the absolute simplest, best thing you can do in investing. The reason I put up a Vanguard picture is because the founder of Vanguard, Jack Bogle, is also the founder of index funds, which are truly the best way for the individual investor to invest. They're extremely low fees, and they just track an index. Like the S&P 500 index fund has a return over its life of about 9% a year. I don't think people realize, including Jeremy, how good 9% a year actually is. I'm going to show you how good a return of 9% actually is. If you start with $32,000 invested, and you add nothing to that for 40 years at an interest rate of 9%, compounded annually, you will end up with over $1 million. Jeremy has no clue about compound interest and how powerful it is. He doesn't mention it in any of his videos. What he's doing is complete speculation, and all you have to do is understand compound interest to become a millionaire. And in case math isn't your thing and it's easier for you to visualize things, as I think it is for probably most people, this is the difference between the Vanguard 500 index fund over its life and GoPro over its life. As you can see, one is going up and to the right and the other is going down and to the right. I think it's pretty obvious which one you'd rather put your money in. Not only, though, is the Vanguard 500 obviously a better investment because it's going up, it's also a better investment because it's very low risk. Um, when you buy the Vanguard 500 index fund, you're buying all the companies in the S&P 500, which are the biggest companies in the United States. When you buy GoPro, you're just buying one company that can go out of business. It's extremely risky. You have no idea what's going to happen. When you buy a fund like the Vanguard 500 Index Fund, you own all of those companies, so you're diversified over all 500 companies. It's a much safer way to invest, and it's really what everybody should be doing. If you don't own index funds, you do not understand finance, and you need to see a good financial planner.